Today's episode covers a shifting EV strategy at Ford, a new Silicon Valley collaboration, a major cut to EV investment, Tesla's pause on Autopilot sales in California, and Volkswagen's 2026 model lineup, all pointing to a moment of change across the auto industry. Welcome back to Auto News Daily. I'm Leah Morgan. Let's dive into today's headlines. Ford's Skunkworks has announced a collaboration with Silicon Valley teams to sharpen its electric vehicle strategy. The partnership pairs Ford's internal innovation arm with tech companies and startups in the Valley to accelerate software, user experience, and technology integration across future EVs. This move signals that automakers increasingly see deep, sustained partnerships with technology ecosystems as essential to remain competitive, not just one-off vendor relationships. Beyond the headline, the collaboration suggests a focus on rapid prototyping and tighter feedback loops between vehicle design and software development. For Ford, Skunkworks historically has been about rapid problem-solving and disruption inside a large company. Bringing Silicon Valley into that environment can help the automaker move faster on things like cloud connectivity, over-the-air updates, and driver experience. For listeners, the important implication is that vehicles are becoming as much about ongoing software and services as they are about hardware, and manufacturers are restructuring to reflect that reality. That restructuring ties into another significant development at Ford, a major pullback in planned EV spending. The company has announced it will cut roughly $20 billion from its investment plans for electric vehicles. That is a substantial adjustment to the financial roadmap most OEMs set in recent years, and it reflects shifting market dynamics, competitive pressures, and the need to balance profitability with long-term transformation. The decision to reduce EV capital outlays does not mean Ford is abandoning electrification, but it does reflect a more cautious posture on timing and scale. Cutting investment can free resources for near-term priorities and help the company respond to uncertain consumer demand, rising costs, or execution challenges. At the same time, it raises questions about pace and scope. Where will the company prioritize resources? Charging infrastructure, battery partnerships, affordable models, or premium offerings? Observers will be watching how Ford reallocates the savings and whether other manufacturers respond in kind. Shifting gears to autonomous driving, Tesla has paused sales of its Autopilot feature in California. The suspension affects the company's ability to offer this driver assistance package in the state, while regulators review safety and compliance considerations. For Tesla owners and potential buyers in California, this represents a notable interruption to a feature that has been a central part of Tesla's product story. The pause also underscores the growing regulatory scrutiny around automated and semi-automated driving systems. As more advanced driver assistance features hit the market, states and safety agencies are moving to ensure claims, safeguards, and monitoring meet public safety expectations. For the industry, this is a reminder that technological capability alone does not guarantee market access. Manufacturers must also navigate compliance, transparency, and public trust. The outcome of this review will be closely watched because it may set precedents for how similar features are evaluated elsewhere. Meanwhile, across the Atlantic, Volkswagen has unveiled its new model lineup for 2026, outlining the next wave of products it will bring to market. The announcement includes a mix of internal combustion, hybrid, and electric models tailored for the European market, and it showcases the company's attempt to balance legacy business with the ongoing transition to electrification. For consumers and dealers, the 2026 lineup signals what buying choices will look like as regulations and customer preferences continue to evolve. Volkswagen's approach reflects a broader industry pattern. Manufacturers are managing a product portfolio that must serve diverse markets and regulatory regimes while progressively increasing electrified offerings. The company's roadmap for 2026 will influence production planning, supplier commitments, and marketing strategies across Europe and beyond. For engineers and fleet managers, the model slate provides signals about platform priorities and where EV engineering investments will continue to concentrate. If you find these updates useful, please like and subscribe. That helps us keep bringing the news to you daily. Finally, the most widely discussed story today. Ford has halted production of the F-150 Lightning due to lack of demand. The decision to pause manufacturing of one of the highest-profile electric trucks highlights the complex reality of translating early interest into sustained, scaled sales. For a vehicle that was once positioned as a cornerstone of Ford's EV ambitions in North America, the production halt signals both product-market fit challenges and the larger volatility in EV demand. There are several layers to unpack. First, the consumer market for electric trucks is still developing, and price sensitivity, use case expectations, and charging infrastructure all shape buyer decisions. Second, automakers that invested heavily in volume EV models are now recalibrating production to match actual order rates rather than projections made during the boom phase of EV optimism. Third, the move will have ripple effects across suppliers, dealership inventories, and Ford's near-term manufacturing planning. Importantly, this does not necessarily close the chapter on the Lightning. It may lead to product tweaks, targeted incentives, or strategy changes aimed at reigniting demand when conditions improve. Across these stories, a common thread emerges. The auto industry is in a period of pragmatic reassessment. Companies are still committed to long-term shifts toward electrification, software-defined vehicles, and advanced driver assistance, but they are also adjusting investments, partnerships, and production plans in response to market realities and regulatory pressures. For listeners who follow this sector, that means more frequent course corrections and an industry conversation that will increasingly blend engineering, finance, and public policy. Thank you for listening. We'll be back tomorrow with more updates from the world of automotive news. See you then.